Good morning, everyone. Clint McLaughlin here, Midwest Market Management. Got Riley Sykart on with me here today. Every day we do these, and it's just like another week goes by, Riley. It's Thursday, September 11th. You're hearing more and more talk of, harvest rolling. We're getting a lot of emails out of Illinois. Corn moisture already in the 20s, starting what, in my opinion, is a little bit earlier than normal. Not so sure that that's going to ultimately be a good thing here in Iowa, but nonetheless, harvest underway. A lot of decisions getting made. A lot of grain not sold. A lot of guys going to be looking down the barrel of commercial storage. That's not necessarily weather oriented, but certainly something on guys' minds here as we move forward. But what do we got here in store for us U.S. weather-wise?
Pretty wide open right now, Clint. Hopping into the map here. Temperature-wise, I'm going to gloss over this pretty quickly on the temp side today, Clint. Got some heat rolling in over the next 5-6 days, and not a bad thing by any means. I think everybody's happy to see some heat, unless you're in that eastern belt. But at this stage, crops are already in the dry down stage in that eastern belt. Anything that's not in the Dakotas, Wisconsin, or Minnesota is already in that dry down, and the heat's not making a substantial difference, I'd say, at this stage, Clint.
Yeah, and with the corn, particularly all the rust issues and things going out there, these guys are chomping at the bit to get this stuff out of there before it falls down. So this is ideal. It's not making bushels, but it ultimately could be saving bushels at some point, here, and just by allowing guys to get into the field and get this stuff stripped down.
Yeah, that rust, it really affects stock health. So the faster it can dry down, the better, because the chance of a windstorm coming through with heavy rust is an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
If you had any type of windstorm. So the heat helping guys with rust issues out, just ready to get it out of the field. Looking at the last 2 weeks, hasn't been any rain since the last time we talked. Pretty much anywhere, some smaller spotty stuff in Minnesota and the Dakotas, nothing really serious. Iowa had some small spots there in the west. Nothing to really note. The one big change, Clint, drought monitor map came out this morning, and
not shocked.
No, Ohio, Indiana, southern half of Illinois, and almost all of Missouri, all either very dry or in drought conditions. So very interesting to see that, Clinton. Not trying to get guys bulled up by any means, because there's a lot of good crop out there, but that eastern belt has problems.
Indeed.
So moving in next 5 days, rain looks pretty scarce. Some chance, and North Dakota's got a decent chance, and South Dakota and Nebraska got a cell running through there as well. Everybody else, it's pretty hit and miss. 6 to 10 day, some spotty chances in Illinois, and it looks like there's going to be a cell that's running through from Texas all the way to Minnesota. GFS shows it pretty minor. If you look at a Euro weather model, it shows it a lot more rainfall coming. So we'll have to watch that pretty close, Clint, and see how that adds up. Right now, using our Marcus maps, it shows more to the GFS style that it doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal, but worth keeping an eye on in that 6 to 10 day. But other than that, moving in, last map of the day here, the 1 to 13 stuff in the north looks like it's got some pretty good cracks at getting rainfall. Areas that aren't really in need of it at this stage. At this point, Clint, we're getting to the 11th of September. I'd say any rain right now is just working to slow down harvest from this point forward, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't, I guess there's probably some guys in the Eastern Belt that might still want some. Just depends on who you talk to. It's kind of a, yeah, we're on that line for sure. Down in Kansas, those guys are thinking about winter wheat planting here, so some moisture down there probably wouldn't hurt anything from that aspect of life.
Gotcha. In terms of weather, U.S. pretty unexciting here now. Just waiting to see as combines are ramping up, yield reports starting to come in, if the crop's as big as everyone thought it was going to be. So.
Yep, time will tell. We're going to get some more and more yield data is going to start flowing through here by the day. Just quick reminder for those of you, if you haven't already, if you got old crop in the bin, you want to make sure you get your adjusters out there to measure them bins so you don't commingle crop year production. Chopping, that's happening here now too. So you want to make sure to get the adjusters out there in front of the choppers, kind of streamlines life on that side of things. Other than that, I appreciate everybody tuning in for the weather, and, a big thing to think about here moving forward is, the safety aspect of life too. It's we got a lot of customers out there and a lot of things happening this time of year, moving components and things going on. So enjoy your harvest, enjoy the time out there, and be safe, and we'll talk to you next week.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is or is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets, capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial, and each investor and/or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.